Just so proud of this football team. I thought there were so many positive contributions today. I think it really is a real credit to the depth that we've been able to establish on this roster. I liked what we were able to do defensively. We got enough stops. Obviously, you saw a lot of, some of our, guys that haven't maybe played significant roles in some early downs. I thought Des Johnson showed up. I thought we were able to get some of our sub rush packages going that was able to, that was an efficient group for us. Got some good stops to allow us to get back in the game. And offensively, I was really pleased. I thought Jimmy did an excellent job. I thought Mike LaFleur did a great job mixing it up. I thought really our coaches as a whole had that group ready to go. I thought we protected well. I think really you look at Joe Noteboom and Warren McClendon on the edges, Jonah Jackson, Steve at guard, and obviously Dylan McMahon at the center position. We did use some 6- and 7-man protections. I thought our tight ends competed well. And I thought guys made plays. We ran the ball efficient enough to be able to keep drives going. I was really pleased with some of the plays that you saw from Jordan Whittington. I thought it was a great job by Tyler Johnson early on in the game, be able to make a guy miss in the flat versus a man coverage and create after the catch. DeMarcus making a couple plays on some vertical routes. And then I thought it was a big catch on the 3rd down and 5 that Tutu Atwell had. He had a couple drops where he was separating. But overall, I thought it was, a positive takeaway. And, we're excited about our eyes forward to, whoever ends up losing this game tonight.
Do you have an update on Blake Coleman?
Yeah, he broke his forearm. He fractured his forearm. So, unfortunately, he's a tough, resilient guy. He's going to be a really good player for us for a long time, but he will miss the postseason.
Coach, which forearm it is?
I want to say, now that I'm thinking about when I hugged him, I think it was his right forearm.
Coach, how much more confidence do you have in this team after what you saw today?
I would say this, Jim. I'm not surprised. This group has continuously responded. I'm just proud of them. And so they've continuously showed that they can step up. Guys can answer the bell when their opportunity arises. And, today we came up short, but there was a lot of good positives to be able to take away. I think that's a really good football team. They gave us everything that we had, and I thought you saw us go toe-to-toe, and you come up just short right there where, you're maybe, getting underneath the ball, and maybe we end up punching that in. But I was really proud of this group, and now I'm looking forward to watching us have a great week of preparation, continue to build on what we've done, and we'll go swing and shoot our shot whenever our game is in the postseason.
There was an opportunity where you guys could play a team that you've never faced before in Washington, and then now you get one of 2 that you have played so far this season. What is the prep process like, having a body of data on one of those 2?
We still played them so early. You played Detroit in the opener and then Minnesota fairly early in the season. There's just a little bit of familiarity, but they have the same thing with us. And so much changes as the season goes, Jordan. You still try to stay abreast of what's going on relative to, what are they doing, the different phases, having your eyes on those possible matchups that could occur. And so our prep will start. Our guys have really kind of gotten ahead for the different possibilities that could occur. And then that preparation will start as soon as that game ends when we have clarity on which direction we are going in terms of who's going to come in here.
5 catches and a touchdown for Higbee today. Where is he in terms of where he was before the injury in Detroit?
Yeah, I thought he looked like himself tonight. I think he's made some really good plays. He's played a little limited snap count over the last couple weeks. I thought he played a little bit more tonight. Getting your feet wet. He's a great football player though, and he's just got such a great energy and a swag. Really productive in both phases. I thought he did really well. I think it was an excellent step in the right direction, and he's going to be a key factor for us next week.
Coach, I know you were locked in this week on Seattle, but you mentioned the prep work. How much prep work did your guys do looking ahead to who you might face?
Yeah, Timmy, our the guys that are responsible for doing the breakdowns, different things like that, they get ahead for the possible scenarios that could arise. We don't worry about any of that with our players. Some of the guys that weren't playing, might have looked ahead, but we've really just kind of said, okay, as soon as we find out who that opponent is, a lot of the foundational work that allows us to be able to really start the real prep in terms of the breakdowns, some of the information that we need to be able to gather, that's a little bit more seamless in terms of how we go about it in quick turnaround.
How much were you involved in that at all?
I was involved, wanted to be totally and completely present this week. But you have a little bit of time to be able to kind of have an idea, but it's more about, all right, let's look at ourselves and then let's figure out based on, what those possible scenarios could be, how that would adjust and alter some of the things that you might want to do on both sides.
There's a lot of youth on this team, Coach. What messages are you trying to get across this week as they start to enter a new territory now?
Enjoy the opportunity. Let's go swing. Let's go compete to the best of our ability. Let's continue to take steps that are in the right direction. And hey, you get into the dance, You know, it's a single elimination tournament. We're going to go swing. We're going to shoot our shot. We're not going to be afraid to do anything other than go for it.
What
Coach
gives you
Game talked about.
confidence if it's Detroit, and what gives you confidence if it's the Vikings?
Well, I believe in our team. You know, I think it's one of those deals that we respect all, but we fear none. And so these are excellent football teams. There's a reason why they're sitting here and they're playing for the 1 seed tonight, and a 15-2 record and a 14-3 record to whoever comes up short. But it's going to be a great challenge. But I do know this. You know, we've been fortunate enough to get into this thing, and you can't worry about ducking people. If you want to try to be able to advance, and you really expect to try to be able to make some noise when you get in it, you're going to have to play people eventually. And so felt like it was the smart move for our football team. And really, we had an opportunity to be able to come away with the win. And so we know it's going to be a great football team coming in here. And, you know, we're excited about the challenge. That's what you love, Gary.
Yeah,
Coach,
Coach,
couple
couple
more,
more, guys.
The play of Joshua Cardi.
Yeah, he was awesome. I mean, you know, you talk about just how pure he struck the football today. I thought the last field goal that we had to be able to go up 25-24 was an excellent hold by Ethan Evans, and, you know, really good time by Josh. But to hit, you know, 2 longer 50-yard field goals the way that he did, I think he's peaking at the right time. He's just been so steady. I'm really proud of Josh, but not surprised just based on the things that go on behind the scenes and how he's just been so steady throughout this journey that we've been on.
I know
Coach-
you can't necessarily plan for it, but getting him some of that longer range stuff in the stadium that he'll be playing in
Yeah.
this week, was that something you guys talked about going into?
You know, not really. It's kind of it ended up working out that way, Jordan. But I do think it was beneficial. But he's so steady. I think he's got a lot of confidence right now, and I never really sensed the change in his demeanor, regardless of when we've had to overcome some different circumstances. But I think he's been outstanding as of late, and that's really a credit to our operation as a whole. And give Chase and Coach Ackerman a ton of credit as well.
Coach, again today, special teams was a weapon. As you guys transition to the playoffs, how do you anticipate the special teams playing a pivotal role as you guys move forward?
Well, I think it's a big part. You know, you never know exactly how the game unfolds. Sometimes there's more opportunities to affect and influence the game than others, but I thought tonight they did exactly what they could. I think Xavier Smith's done a really good job making good decisions. You know, Jordan Whittington, you talk about a guy that's fearless when he hits those kick returns. He almost came out on a real positive one, and you can feel he's just a strong, fearless guy that, you know, he gets a full head of steam and we get connected just based on the way that play's set up. He's a threat to be able to take it.
Sean,
Last two, guys.
From your words and your actions, you really don't care who you play first round, do you?
No, I don't. You know, I really don't. I mean, I know you know what's at stake, and you have tremendous respect. But I'm excited about seeing who that is, and then we're going to dive into it. We're going to go for it, Bill, with no fear.
Coach,
Last one, guys.
whoever you play,
Yeah.
you still got going in with a 5-game winning streak with your starters, right? So there's a huge confidence there.
Yeah.
But is there anything specific, 1 or 2 things that you really want to gear up for whoever you play?
You know, I think it depends. Here's the biggest thing. I want to see us, you know, the best part about this and why people love it is it's whoever plays the best in that window of time you're allotted. And let's control the things that we can control. There's certain things that we can't. The bounce of the ball, some of the decisions that maybe officials make. But we're going to put our focus and concentration on everything that we can control. And if we put it together with some of the guys we have at the right spots and the way that this team is capable of playing, you tell me it's a 3.5-hour window where we get a chance to go compete. I'm saying I'll take it and let's go swing. All right, thanks guys.
Coach.